So anyway, we're going to do some testing on this guy. We're going to go over its claimed weight versus real weight. We'll go over the sound decibels as well. And then we're also going to see how well it does while it's hooked up to my trailer out there and while I kind of put it through the tests and stuff. So, all right, well, let's get started. All right, so we'll try to get through this quickly. As we take a look at our owner's manual specs, you can see that we're at 2,000 and 1,600 on the running watts. And the engine size is 79cc with 87 octane fuel being used with a 2.5 horsepower motor, 1.1 gallon tank with a claimed dry weight of 46 pounds. And our rated load is at 1,600 watts at 4 hours. And you can see the 3 different type of outlets that we have at 13.3 on the running amps. And our noise level is going to be 65 dB at 23 feet, and we're going to check that. And this is a copy of a Yamaha MZ80 motor made by Sensi. Alright, as we take a look at our faceplate here, you have our selector switch with off, run, and the start choke position. And to the left of that are parallel ports, that way you can run 2 of these at the same time to double your running watts. On top of that are 12-volt outlet, which I kind of like this one a little better because it gives you a little bit more universal items that you can use versus just being USB plugs. Our indicator lights that are on the side, and of course the eco switch. And then our 120 plug, which it seems like you could have ran 2 here, which would have been nice. And then just to the side of that, we do have our 30 amp service plug, so you can get an adapter to run maybe an RV. Alright, so what we're going to do is take a quick look at the motor real quick, because some people were asking if it really has a Yamaha motor in it or is it Sensi. Well, the real easy way to tell, obviously, is to look at the stamp that's on the motor. And as you can see right there, it says Sensi with the model number on it, which is a SC80, so kind of clear indication. Alright, so the weigh-in, I did this 3 times, and it came out at 50.6 pounds with no fuel in it. Oil was in it, but no fuel. Okay, so we'll start off our decibel level test and take a look at that old analog meter on the left. Kind of cool, right? Looks like it could use a little calibration though, unless one of the other meters is off, but nonetheless, kind of gives us some good information. Alright, so now we're going to turn on the eco switch and we'll go take another look at the sound meter. Alright, so this is as quiet as a generator gets. Even with a little bit of load, it's going to run right about here. As you can see, we're running about a 66 dB average, which is just over what's claimed, so that's not too far off. Alright, so we're going to do a couple tests inside the trailer. Currently, everything is off in here except for the refrigerator, which is on the auto switch, but it's running on propane, and the carbon monoxide detector is also on as well. As you can take a look here on the battery monitor, we're drawing about 1.1 amps. So we'll hook up our generator, and that's basically going to turn the converter on that's in the trailer, and that's going to start drawing some power, about 100 to 200 watts depending on the model. And then also the refrigerator is going to switch from propane and switch over to AC. And when it does switch over to AC, it draws a decent amount of power, and sometimes people forget that. You'll burn about 200 to 300 watts depending on the model of refrigerator that you have. So if you do want to turn on some other accessories in the trailer, or say you want to run the microwave, we'll do a test here real quick. So we'll come up here, turn on the microwave, and now watch the wattage on the meter. That thing just goes right up all the way past our mark of 1600 and it shuts off. So now what we'll do is we'll turn the fridge off and have that thing kick back on over to propane. And we'll do another test, and you can see there now our wattage draw is only from the converter drawing about 75, probably because the battery is pretty much charged. And now no problem running the microwave. And if you guys want to see a more in-depth view about the tests and stuff, I'll put a link up here at the top so you can see when I did a better testing with this generator along with another one that I compared the two. And another test here with this little 350 ceramic heater. That thing works really great. If you guys don't have one, I recommend them. But other than that, nice little test here. As you can see, now that the refrigerator's back on AC, we're running the little heater, got some lights on to get that converter running, and that's basically about it for these tests.